Hey, what's up guys? So I'm here with another video for you guys. I want to update you on a new little upgrade I'm going to do to the tortoise enclosure. We left over the weekend and my thing has always been I want to know what's going on with the animals at all times, and I want to see if there's anything that's happened. As I mentioned in the earlier video, the tortoise, when they're little, tend to flip over, and that can be a big issue because, number one, they can pretty much bake in the sun and die, obviously. Their intestines can get messed up, the lungs, because they're sitting on the shell. A lot of things that go into play with that. Now, my idea was basically setting up some cameras so that I can see what's going on with them when I'm not here. The camera is obviously not gonna be able to flip them around, but if I have a camera and I see that someone is flipped over or something's going on, I can easily call a friend or family member that's here and have them come over to try to flip them back over or fix whatever the situation is. So essentially that's what I'm doing. I'm setting up some cameras so that I can keep an eye over them and I can see what's going on in the enclosure at all times and make sure that there's no problems. Because when we left this weekend, I came back to check on my brothers, which I happened to find one of the baby tortoise flipped over. And I'll pop that in the video now so you guys can see that. But that would have been a big issue. Luckily, it had just seemed to have flipped over very recently, and my brother's enclosures are completely covered by a roof, so that they don't get direct sunlight or anything like that. But yeah, if there's a camera, we can see that happen, call someone over, have someone fix the situation. So that's what I'm gonna do. So basically what I did was I went out and I bought the Ring stick-up camera battery pack system. It's a bundle that they're selling in Costco, I think for like $250 for 3 cameras. And you can also use solar panels on it, so you don't have to run a bunch of wiring and stuff like that. So it's amazing. So this is what I got. This is the battery pack camera system I was talking about. I've already used it in the past. Works really good, especially with the solar panels. This kit right here, the 3 cameras, I believe, like I said, was $250. And then each solar panel costs you $50 if I'm not mistaken. So you need obviously 1 solar panel per camera. But it's unlimited possibilities as far as where you can set it up and where you can position the cameras without having to worry about running electricity or anything like that. Those solar panels work great. We already tested them. We have them set up in other places and they work very good. So far, it's a good purchase. But I'm gonna strategically place them in locations where I can see. Number one, I wanna see them when they're feeding and stuff like that. I also want to make sure I can see, like I said, if they flip over. I'm going to put 1 in the tortoise enclosure. I'm going to put 1 in the chameleon cage. And then I'm going to have 1 for the home. But yeah, let me show you what I'm going to do and how I'm going to set it up. Maybe you guys later on want to get some ideas, want to try something like this. It's a good way to keep an eye on them. Because I said I travel frequently, so this is my solution to it. All right, so here's the cameras. So basically, like I said, you get 3 cameras in here. Let's go ahead and open this baby. So here you have the 3 cameras. Each one can be set up individually because we've already done this before. So you can have, for example, let's say you have 2 different homes or whatever it may be, 3 different homes. You can actually set up each one individually in different homes and have them all in the application so you can see them through the application set up for each location specifically. It makes it a little bit easier to follow and keep track of. But these kits, basically, you have this camera over here. What it does is that you have this mount that already comes on there, and this mount pivots. So you can put it in any direction you want to put it in. It'll move, and you just leave it there pretty much. You also have a ceiling mounting kit. That ceiling mounting kit, what essentially you can post it up backwards, and you can have it from the ceiling. So that kit's on there. I'm not going to be using the ceiling kit for right now. I'm just going to be putting them and placing them there. And what I'm going to do is you have to open up this back part here so you can get access to the battery and charge up the batteries if you don't want to use the solar panels. It will do it basically on motion detection, so anytime anything moves, you'll get a notification in the app. Otherwise, you can also go into live view and you can see what's going on in live view. For right now, I ordered the solar panels. They're going to be getting here on Saturday because they still didn't have them. I'm going to post it up. I'm going to show you right here now what it looks like on the video, just so you can see the solar panel, what it looks like. And then I'll show you guys after when it's installed, after I have it. But right now, I'm just going to charge the batteries up and I'm going to place them into the enclosure. So you guys can get a view and see what it looks like as far as in the enclosure. And then I'll hook up the solar panel after so that we can constantly have it charged. I'm only going to worry about charging those things. So let's start off with posting up this one in the enclosure. And then we'll go to the next one. I'm gonna show you guys how to open and access the back here and charge up that battery. This is the batteries and the install tools. So this is what you need to be able to install the camera as well as the battery packs for each camera individually. It's one battery pack per camera, obviously. And then you also have in here the ceiling mounting kits. So basically, this is what you use to mount. You gotta switch off this back piece here, off the stick up cameras, and put this one for the ceiling mount if you want to use a ceiling mount. Like I said, I'm not gonna be using this right now. Just gonna be using this. So we'll post up with that one. And you also have these screws for the ceiling mounts. So here you have the 3 batteries, and then you have 1 cable for each battery pack, so you can go ahead and charge it. And you have the screws over here, so if you need to screw it in or for mounting it or anything like that. So far, I don't really need any of that. All I really need is just this and the battery pack. So here you're gonna go ahead and grab just a regular screwdriver, and then you're gonna pop it into here, and then remove this bottom piece. And that's gonna give you access to the battery compartment. So what you gotta do now here is you have this lock and unlock feature. You're gonna go ahead and hit to unlock. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab the battery pack here and just pop it in. That's done. And then you're gonna grab this here and make sure you have the little line so you can know, obviously, this is the only way it goes in. So
welcome to
grab the line. Click.
Follow the instructions in the Ring app to continue.
There you go. As you see, she's already talking to me. Set it up and do all those things. So let's go and do the setup and show you guys what it looks like in the enclosure and go from there. All right, so here we have Donatello over here hanging out by the rock. Looks like he just finished eating. So he's hanging out there. They usually eat first thing in the morning, like I said earlier. So I guess he just finished eating. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to set up the camera. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it as a temporary solution right now. Just put it in somewhere where I can see, get a good angle. And then later on I'll worry about mounting it and stuff like that. But I just wanna make sure it works to show you guys. And we have April's beautiful, beautiful self over here. Look at her shell. Looking awesome as always. But I'm telling you, Donnie doesn't like it. I don't know, he always leaves every time I come around. But yeah, this is a temporary location where I'm gonna set it up because I like the angle I get. I can see over the rock, I can see where they're eating, and I can make sure I can see if they're getting exposed to full sun. So this is the view from the camera. I can see it looks good. I can see anything that's going on and look over that main area that I'm concerned about. All right, so that's it. The camera is set up in the enclosure. I'll show you guys a shot to see what it looks like. You see the tortoise walking around in there, but it's very simple. I'll go tweaking it with time. Right now, I just basically wanted to set it up in there, see what it looks like. Actually, I gotta get to work, but I wanted to show you guys what it looks like, and therefore you guys can get some ideas. I'll set up the other one in the enclosure for the chameleon. I'll maybe position this one a little bit better. Who knows, maybe I'll hang it off. Right now, it's just sitting on top of the substrate. Just watching over the rock and seeing anything as far as long-wise, the cage, places where they're exposed to full sun, because that's my main concern. If they flip over, yes, it is unfortunate in areas where I can't see them, but those areas that I can't see them are pretty much fully shaded. So at least I won't have to worry so much about the sun itself. Maybe later on I'll just post it off the wall so that I can get a better view over the top of the entire enclosure, but we'll see how that goes, and I'll show you guys later on any modifications I make to it, and as far as later on also doing it to the chameleon cage. But that's pretty much it. I have a couple things I've set up in mind, a couple game plans, future things that are coming, so stay tuned. Thank you guys again for watching, and I hope this was a little informative for you guys and give you some ideas, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.